Hey guys. I guess I'm just gonna talk about I don't know, just life. I feel compelled to talk about the idea of being an empath or feeling people's emotions or just feeling energy. You know, like I guess yeah. So for a long time, I thought I was I have people to tell me oh, he has social anxiety. I have social anxiety because I would just be hesitant to talk to people or or I just wouldn't have had a hard time making friends. Um so that's what some people would like. I remember I had a friend one time, and that's what she would say, that I struggle with social anxiety, and that's why I'm a bit odd, you know. I don't have I'm not aware of social cues or whatever, but I don't think that's really the case that occurred with me. So this anxiety that would occur when I interact with other people, a lot of it had to do with also interacting with their anxiety as well, and not knowing at the time that I was picking up on their anxiety. So I did have social anxiety when I was interacting with others, but it wasn't necessarily just my anxiety. With the being and feeling energy and stuff. So it took me a while to understand this about myself, that I can sense other people's anxiety and their energy within them, and how they feel. Sometimes it's not always evident, or I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it's not always really, it's not like instantaneously noticeable, all the time. But sometimes the subtleties do get picked up, depending on how sensitive I am when it comes to um my receptivity of such energies, so um yeah, I could tell you a story, I guess. One time, I'll give you an example. I was in the bus. I go inside the bus, right? And what occurs is, oh, and I need to say one more thing too. Um, when It's not always 100% correct and accurate when it comes to being able to decipher my own emotions compared to others. But there are signs, okay, like signs, because basically it's the feeling part. Being empath is a feeling. It's basically subconscious communication when you're exchanging information at those energetic levels, so, and that's not verbal. So this is the um feminine side of the polarities, here, and that's communication. And so it's a higher form of communication as well, with more information, because it's a lot of the times, energy speaks volumes, right? So um when they say one thing but mean another, some people can pick up on that. So you can't. Some people are just yeah, they just see through the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I remember this one time I was in jail, and this guy, he was my roommate, he was my friend, and he was called. We were just eating, right, eating over there, eating food, and what happens is that he just looks at me. He looks at my, I had to in my eyes, and he just looks at me. I look at him, And what he says is, what does he say? He says, "Man, when you look at me, it looks like you're just looking through my soul." And I'm like, "What? Looking through my soul?" Yeah, he was a goofball. But man, I'll tell you that man, bro. He taught. I was bro. He could punch. He could punch. What's it called? Through he, he did a 1 inch punch and cut a piece of paper, bro. This is like a page of paper. You had the paper hanging up like this, like right, and then he got the 1 inch punch. Like this guy was in tune, you know what I mean? So what he did was he punched right through it, and he slit it. He slit the piece of paper. So I'm like, I could possibly do this, right? So I tried doing it. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna backtrack in here, but I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna try doing this. So I tried doing it. I'm like, and I failed. All right, I couldn't slit that piece of paper like he slit it. You know, so, bro, you know, yeah. So yeah, things would arise in these emotions that would be stirred up within me, but they were stirred up in me, but it didn't rise from me. You know, things like that. And I'm just like, okay, that's odd. All right. And also, this is where mindfulness comes into paying attention when it comes, because a lot of it has to do with being able to decipher the difference when it comes to using your empathic communication abilities, just to decipher the difference between my energy and their energy and what it is. You know what I mean? I just know from from my experience. Yeah, from my experience. Usually people like me, like what I like to say jokingly, I like to say, not trying to say it. I like to say where I go, I cleanse it. I'm a real life Johnny Appleseed. You know what I'm saying? I cleanse and purge where I go. You know what I mean? Try to spread seeds of divinity. You know what I'm saying? Just through my presence, because it comes with it. You know what I mean? They scatter. You know what I mean? But I'm getting at though is because because if I can't hold it on my own, it could be overpowering. Does that make sense? All right. Yeah. So a lot of it is tuned in with myself. I can tell you. Oh, so the story I was talking about. So it's one time I enter a bus, right? And what happens is I'll go on the bus, and as when I walk in the bus, I sense the densities of others, and it's a lot. I'm taking in a lot of these densities, right? And these densities are attached with fear. Usually, the more dense the things are, the more fearful it is. You know what I mean? And I can sense this within my being. And as I'm walking back in the aisle towards the end of the bus, I'm just like, oh my god, this is just so much for me to take in right now. All this energy, this is a lot. Because I don't live in the best neighborhood, you know what I mean? So a lot of people are fear based. The majority of people, but in this area at least, a lot of them take the bus, but some, not all the time though. But so this certain situation, I go all the way to the back of the bus, right? And I'm just like, oh my god, this is so much. You know what I mean? So then I end up in the back. Here's the good thing. When I get to the back, there's this person there. And I sit down and I'm like, oh, this person was a breath of fresh air. Well, energetically speaking. And I'm just like, oh, wow. And I'm like, oh my god, breathe. Like, it seemed like I just like walked across like a battlefield of like draining mosquitoes and just taking all of my energy and just putting me down. And then I go to the back and I'm being replenished by a mermaid that's giving me nutrition. I don't know what I'm saying, but basically, I said a mermaid. It was a guy, but like basically revitalizing me, replenishing me through energetically speaking. It was a breath of fresh air, and I remember this. I'm like, whoa, because it was kind of one of those experiences in life where I'm just like, oh wow, that's something. Like this is something you know what I mean? Like take into account. So that's what I did. Uh, took into account. Yeah, that's there are other stories, a couple other stories I can talk about when it comes to being an empath. Um, I think we're all empathic. Some people are just more aware of their empathicness. Um, I just didn't realize how empathic I was. I'm still thinking if I really, I don't know. Oh shit. Okay, now I don't know what I should name this video, but it's a lot of things actually. Being an empath, story time, just chilling, goofing off, being a loner. So if anybody has any questions, then come talk to me about whatever. Oh, cool. Talk to me about whatever, anything. Hopefully, I can make more videos in the future. I wonder if you know how we do in Tokyo. If you hear me, Fast and Furious, drift, Fast and Furious, drift. I'm always been a bit lighthearted, you know? Like, I just like to chill. You know what I mean? Have a good time. You know, I have a good time with myself a lot of times. I was live streaming. See, I'm all over the place. I was on some group chats the other day. I mean, I've been doing group chats for a while actually, but I got bored of them. Yeah, I got bored of these group chats, but I'm starting to do live streams now, so maybe you'll see more videos of me doing this, or just of whatever doing with it. I might make more. I might. You know what I might do? Dude, I might do some pranks. I'm about to get a AI facial recognition like tripod stand, because I saw that on TikTok and that looks pretty cool. And then probably a haircut, because this is. I mean, I got complimented my hair today, so um, that's boss. Hold up. Yeah. All right. I mean, all right. I'm gonna hang up now. But I still want to do more videos. I'm just like over here, like, okay, if I hang up, what am I gonna do now? You know what I mean? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna hang up. I'm calling it hanging up, but it's actually just ending the video. So, you know, TikTok suspended me, bro. Isn't that crazy? Like, I just started like doing live streams on TikTok, and they suspended me. But I don't know if I can handle TikTok. Like, if they're that sensitive about, like, sometimes I throw the F word out there, okay, yeah. So I don't know if that's the reason why they suspended me, but I'm just over here thinking to myself, like, well, I mean, there were some, like, trolls on the comment sections in my live, and they were saying some things, but I blocked them. But I don't know exactly why they TikTok to me. It was breaking one of their community guidelines, but I know I was behaving. I was on good behavior. You know what I mean? I knew they were sensitive, so I kept it at good behavior, you know? But it's just TikTok being TikTok, man. But yeah. Oh yeah, it's cold over here, man. Oh, getting tired. All right, guys. I'm gonna see you around. Peace out.